Audio sync. 1, 2, 3. I'm in a weird place right now. I almost feel like, I'm at a crossroad, with multiple different roads leading in multiple different directions, and I don't know where to go. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out, and I thought for a second that I had it figured out, that I knew what I was gonna do, that I was gonna make films and be a filmmaker and a photographer and all these great artistic things, and I don't necessarily see myself giving up photography or making videos or all those things. To me, it's still a form of expression, but I've always wanted more. I've always wanted more out of life. I've always wanted more out of the things that I do and the things that I say and how I impact people, and I feel like I'm in limbo. Like, the things that I'm experiencing in this world and my life as a person and the value that I bring into society, it's almost like I don't know what to do. And internally, mentally, I've since quarantine, and I've just seen so much growth, so much mental and spiritual growth, right? I've kind of found myself in this weird place where I am happy and content with the life that I am living. But this life that I'm living is providing very little to others, and it's almost selfish. It's almost selfish to hog this sort of mentality and to keep it to myself, I found myself just constantly figuring out something about myself and what has led me to the person that I am today, and why I am who I am, and why I feel what I feel. All these sort of different ideas and thoughts and emotions that I feel like I've zeroed in on the source of those emotions and the source of what makes me tick, and all these sort of things that we try to figure out in life. I feel like I've, in a way, figured out a lot about myself in these past, few weeks or so, just stuck inside and thinking all the time, and being in a position where, fortunately enough, I don't have to, pay my bills and things of that nature. Like, I'm not self-sustaining in that way just yet, and that's kind of why I feel like in this weird limbo position, because mentally I've reached this state of mind and this self-awareness of myself, this happiness, this gratitude for the things that I have and the people that I have in my life, but it's almost in a very selfish way because of where I am in life, not being able to provide that thing to people. And that thing is, I still don't know. I thought it was video, and I was, make a production company and make videos for a living and all these things, and it's great. Video is great. So it's an amazing form of expression for me. But I've also found myself not pursuing it wholly, because if it was that thing, I think it would become and would be a bigger part of my day-to-day. And just all these different emotions that I've been feeling, I've kind of realized that there's more to it. There's more to it than just creating and creating for people to consume. It's not just about, it's not just about that. Like, and I've been feeling this weird sense of like, making a bigger impact, and that does start with looking at yourself in the mirror and figuring yourself out and knowing what it is that you want. And I think for the past few weeks, that's all I've been doing. And it was in these past 2 weeks and that I've kind of realized that, albeit photography and video is a huge part of my life, I don't think it is the end all be all of what my purpose on this earth is. And the one thing that I do know is that I want to make an impact. How, I don't know, but in terms of what I want to bring to people, I don't think it's necessarily that, my photographs and my videos and things of that nature. Like, in terms of the career, I'm not sure if that is the route that I want to go down. Otherwise, I think I would have heavily pursued it and not have been so lenient on myself and the goals that I set out for myself. And I think, because of that, and because these past 2 weeks I've been locked up and I've been learning about myself, and I think this self-awareness has shown me that had that been the thing, it would have been more monumental. And I think at this point in my life, it's just a part of me, and I think it's just a tool that I can use to act as a medium, to be able to express myself and to share my message and to speak and share my ideas and my thoughts and all these different things. But ultimately, I don't think that the tool, that the medium is the thing that I was put on this earth to do. And I think I'm in a place mentally where I am very happy, very fulfilled, and I'm in a place where I think a lot of people, aren't, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just my ego talking, thinking that, not that I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. I mean, I'm not. But I am happy, and I'm not sure, or I'm not completely confident in the idea that a lot of people are happy and that a lot of people share that kind of sentiment. I just feel stuck. I feel like I'm in limbo. Like, I still don't know what I want to do with my life. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not in a rush to figure it out. I'm not disappointed in myself. None of that. I think every day has been a learning process and something that I've just every day I find myself becoming more and more self-aware of where I am in life and what I value. how I can align those values and apply them to the thing that I do, the thing that I want to do. And maybe it's these kinds of videos where I just document things like that, or maybe it's a podcast, something of the nature. I'm not sure though. And this is why I wanted to come on here. I wanted to share that it is okay to be uncertain. It's okay to not have it figured out. But you also, and how I've been constantly trying to work towards trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing, but ultimately like trying to do something about it. And that's what these videos are to me. These videos are the content that I put out. These videos are the work that I put in, and it's about me sharing the journey to me figuring out what it is, and me not being in a rush, me not feeling pressured, me not, whatever it is. And I think being in a situation where you can't go out to the coffee shop, where you can't necessarily go out and things of that nature. Granted, the economy did open back up, but it's you're stuck. You feel stuck, and you feel like you don't know where you're going in life. You don't know where you're going in life. You feel like you constantly need to move, and you do that by constantly working at something. And these past few weeks that I've been in quarantine has been a mental game for me, and it's constantly been it's just been constant involvement. I want to talk more about that stuff later, but it's now come to a point where I feel comfortable, trying to put out that message, just, of me fucking figuring it out, and just me kind of growing that confidence of posting whatever the fuck I want, and not worrying about what other people think, and not worrying about what I think, because that's the thing that's been, I don't post pictures on Instagram because it don't fit with the feed, and the feed, I like the way it's important to me. So I think for me to just get past that and just to start creating content, and just to start trying to make an impact in people's lives, and I think that's ultimately what's important to me. It's trying to make a difference in this world, and sharing it and documenting it, because we live in a glorious time, and I think there's no better time than now. And I've always had this mental block. It's been inherent, and over the past few days I've just realized that it's all in my head, that I shouldn't be so worked up about my insecurities and things of that nature, and just straight up do shit and not worry about other people, but do things that I want to do, and that I find happiness in, because that is what life is about. It's about finding happiness and sharing it with others, and trying to instill that in others. And that's kind of what I want to try to figure out. So it's a dark video. The frame is dark, but that's kind of where I am, mentally almost. It's just like, it's not this completely dark place, but it's almost calm. It's almost, just it's a relaxed state of mind, and I feel at peace with myself, and it reflects my environment, and I wanted to reflect in this video. And that's how I wanted to share this message. So this is vlog number 2. I did a midnight episode number 1, and I said that I was gonna make another video, and I actually did the notes and stuff. I I just didn't get around to actually filming it, but I will. And it's kind of funny to think that a cartoon has also helped me, but hey, whatever works, right? And yeah, so this was vlog number 2. It was an episode, it was in a midnight gospel episode, but yeah, it's a process, and it's okay to feel these types of ways, but it's, you know, you constantly want to try and better yourself, whether it's mentally or whatever it is. Once you figure out yourself up here, you can start manifesting it into the physical world, and you can start building. So I think that's kind of where I am. I'm kind of reaching that sort of like, you know, that kind of peak where you kind of have to push yourself over the edge, and excuse me, and just get out of your head and start living, and start, you know, manifesting things and realizing your true potential and realizing your dreams and putting in the work and all these sort of things. So it's been a work in progress, and I think I'm starting to get to that point where when I don't create, when I don't fulfill this need to try to inspire others, I start to feel like shit. So I'm definitely happy, and I'm proud of how far I've come, and where I am now, and I'm excited for where I'm gonna go next and what lays ahead. So yeah, and yeah, so that is the end of this video. Not necessarily low energy, it's not. This is just, sorry about that, this is just more or less the way I speak, the way I am. I've been feeling a lot of calmness, so a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt, a lot of insecurity, and you know, it's okay to feel that stuff, but it's always, you know, you always want to try to continue to work on it and things of that nature. So I'm happy where I am now, and I'm excited for the future. So thank you. Thank you for watching, and yeah, just, I don't know, I hope somehow this video helped. I don't know if it did, but hopefully it did, because again, even despite these feelings, I do feel happy, and I do feel content with my life, and it's an amazing feeling to be self-aware and to, you know, be aware of your emotions and things like that. So ultimately, you don't let the emotions control you and dictate what your life is. And I think it's been a process for me to get to that point, but I feel like I'm starting to get to that, because I've seen it. Yeah, so long video, and I hope if you did watch, then thank you. I'm working on my speaking, so it's gonna be a work in progress, but I appreciate you sticking around and watching and listening to my voice. But thank you.